today I'm going to be making a layout. And I've got this fun background paper from Imaginess, and I've got some of these fun embellishments that I'm going to use. And so first I want to start with my Coordinations cardstock. And I've got my Sand It gadget, and this is the chocolate box. And I've shown this before in a video. It's chocolate or brown on one side, and then once you sand it, there's an under it. The core is underneath it, and this is a light blue that's there. And so you can kind of see the blue exposed. And then I've got this Coordination blue cardstock that kind of matches with the inner core of the chocolate box. And now I'm just sanding all over it to expose the impression or the embossing, which is all numbers on there. It's jelly bean soup impression paper. And I'm going to mat that and glue that down. And then I'm going to adhere it to my base. And so it really looks great. So the colors match all the confetti that's on there. And so now this is my picture that I'm going to use, and I've got this great photo frame, wood veneer, and it was in a kit, I believe, from the Paper Bakery, and not quite sure who made it, and that's my other photo that I'm going to use. And so I need to I put some markings on there, and then I'm going to cut it down to the size of that with my paper trimmer. And I really like this paper trimmer because it's so nice because it has a little wire that you can just directly line up. So there it goes, and it fits perfectly into the photo frame, and I love that. And so I'm going to put that aside for a second and just see kind of how it looks on the layout. And I'm going to put it in the bottom right-hand corner and just kind of laying it up or lining it up there. And now I'm going to use just some scraps that I have that I've put. I'm going to put a kind of a line going down the center. And first I cut that, and this is a piece that you can see that I'd already started, I don't know, I guess I stopped in the middle of something. But I decided I liked the look of the scallop, so I got the same punch out, and I'm just going to line it up again. And as you can see, I always save every little scrap because you never know when it comes in handy, and so here it is, it came in handy for this. So I'm just lining that out and punching it out, and I'm going to tuck this piece underneath and just kind of have it poking out with the scallop border. And I'm liking this, and I added my picture, but I just think that piece is a little too big. So I am going to line it up and just cut about a quarter inch off of that. And then I need to, because I like the kind of the cut sides, so I just need to kind of fix it up, and so that I can put the little notches in it. So just to make sure, I want to see if it's going to fit the paper, and it still does, so there's no problems there. And so now I'm just going to make that little banner cut. I just kind of fold over the sides and then make a quick cut, and then it comes out perfect every time. With that. So it's just, the key is just kind of lining it up and then doing that, and then you get that notched look. And I like the smaller a lot better. Now, here comes the real fun part. I cut that out, the 4, using my, I think it was Times New Roman, and I cut that out on using the Graphic 45 Signature Series for Coordination cardstock, and that matches great. And then look at this incredible Some Odd Girl Digi cut file that I cut out using my silhouette again, and I love the two colors on top of each other. So I have my single photo that's over there, and I want to create a mat in those same colors with that. So I'm going to use my Perfect Layers, and I'm going to the 1/16 of an inch, and I use my X-Acto knife, and it cuts out the perfect mat every single time. And then I'm going to, I did the same, the 1/16 of an inch, and I I'm cutting the red out of the coordinations paper. And you can see I can get the smallest of small cuts on that. And I'm going to put that in the top right, so it's kind of a blocked, 4x4 square kind of layout. And adhering that down. And then I have this freckled fawn little banner that says Epic. Just love that piece. And then I'm going to start adding, just kind of placing where I want to put all of my embellishments. And I'm just kind of grabbing a whole bunch of different things that just, I like the party hat and I like the cupcake because obviously there's cupcakes in the picture. And now I'm just placing some wood veneer. The darker brown, I have no idea who they came from. They came from a paper bakery kit. And then I have the freckled fawn little stars that I thought looked great for the confetti. So I'm gluing down my 4, and then I'm taking my Digi cut file Celebrate from Some Odd Girl, and I'm running it through my Xyron Create a Sticker. And this is perfect to create anything into a sticker. And then you just peel it off, and then it's got the perfect amount of adhesive, and you can just lay it down, and it works great. So I'm going to kind of place it a little bit off to the side of the so a little bit is peeking onto the cardstock, and because I'm going to carry that down to the far left-hand corner. I've got these enamel dots, and again, I'm just pulling everything out from my stash, and kind of what I always do. And I'm going to put these chocolate enamel dots down, and I'm going to put 3 of them there, and kind of make that visual, because it's going to be going down from the right-hand corner all the way down to the left-hand corner. I always have on my desk the glossy accents, and I'm just putting a nice amount on the wood veneer, and I attach every embellishment that you see on the layout. I'm going to be using the glossy accents with it, and because I know it's going to stick forever with that, and it dries super fast, so you can still be working on it, and it's drying right there. Next, I'm going to add some journaling, and I just cut out, again, I saved the smallest of scraps, and I've cut out 3 little strips that I'm going to apply my journaling on, and I'm just going to cut it down, and I'm going to put it in underneath the picture. I didn't like the harsh white against that, so I am inking it up with my Tim Holtz inking tool, and I think it was faded jeans. And now I'm adhering that on there, and then it's just the blue kind of blends into the paper. And I'm taking my little tiny attacher, and I'm just going to put a quick staple in there. Even though it's glued down with glue, I just want the effect that it's glued. It has the staples. I love that little tiny attacher. Everything's looking really good, and now it's time. I always like to put a stamp on my layouts, and one of my favorites is this sentiment stamp from Some Odd Girl, and it's Happy Birthday, and since we're celebrating my son's birthday, I thought it was perfect. And I turned a scrap sheet of the coordinations paper over so that it's on the smooth side, so you'll get a crisper stamp. And I'm stamping it with my Jenny Bolin ink in brown. And because on this one, it's going to come out lighter because the cardstock, and so I wanted a crisp look, and so I used the smooth edge on that, and that came out perfect. So now I'm just what I'm going to be doing is just making a tab, so I'm just kind of cutting it out, and I'm going to round the corners with my We Are Memory Keepers Crop-A-Dial. One of my favorite tools that's always right around on my desk, and I'm using the 1/4 inch side, and so now I have the perfect tab, and I'm going to tuck that under right there on the left, and so that carries up to the side. And now I want to continue with the same theme and using the enamel dots and scattering a couple on there, and then I have the same color as that flare, and to carry that theme over, I just don't want one thing, that light color. So I'm going to put 3 little enamel dots right there on the side.
So here is the finished look. I really like how it all blends together with all these different products. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'll be back again soon with another video. See you soon. Bye.